Hello my friends, Dr. Mandell here. One of the biggest complaints I hear from people over 50, 60 and beyond is joint pain, stiff knees, aching hips, swollen fingers. And while most people immediately think about age, arthritis, or wear and tear, they often overlook one powerful factor that could either protect your joints or make them worse. That factor, my friends, is the food you put into your body every single day. Yes, the foods you choose can either fuel inflammation and pain or fight it, protect your joints, and give you more energy to move, walk, and enjoy life again. Now here's the truth. Not all vegetables are created equal. Some veggies, though considered healthy, can actually irritate your joints and trigger more inflammation. And if you already suffer from arthritis, these can make your pain flare up. But don't worry, I'll also share what vegetables you should eat instead to give your joints the relief and your body the energy it craves. I want to take a few minutes and really dive deeper into something that surprises a lot of people, how certain vegetables, the very foods you've always been told are healthy, could actually be contributing to your joint pain, stiffness, and inflammation. Now let me be clear, vegetables are one of the healthiest foods we can eat. They're packed with vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants. They fuel our body, strengthen our immune system, and give us the energy we need to get through the day. But here's the truth. Not all vegetables work the same way in the body, especially when it comes to joint health. There is a group of vegetables called the nightshades. You've probably eaten them your whole life. They include tomatoes, potatoes, eggplant, and peppers. Most people never connect these foods with their joint problems. Yet many studies and real-life experiences show that in certain individuals, these foods can be a trigger for pain, swelling, and stiffness. And if you're dealing with arthritis, osteoarthritis, or even just those morning aches when you get out of bed, these foods could be playing a bigger role than you realize. The problem lies in a natural chemical compound called solanine. Solanine is found in nightshades, and while it's not harmful to everyone, it can cause issues in people who are sensitive to it. When solanine gets into the body, it can irritate the digestive system, and in some people it creates a cascade of inflammation that targets the joints. That's why some people notice more stiffness in their knees, swelling in their fingers, or that nagging ache in their hips after eating meals heavy with these foods. Let me give you a real-world example. Think about spaghetti night. You've got pasta covered in tomato sauce, maybe with some peppers tossed in, and perhaps fried eggplant on the side. That's 3 different nightshades on one plate. You enjoy the meal, go to bed, and wake up the next morning with more joint stiffness than usual. You blame it on age, maybe on the weather, but you don't connect it back to what you ate. This cycle continues for years until you start making the connection. Now, does this mean everyone has to avoid these vegetables forever? Not necessarily. Some people tolerate them just fine, but here's the key. If you're struggling with chronic joint pain, it's worth testing yourself. Take 2 to 3 weeks and remove these nightshades from your diet. No tomatoes, no potatoes, no eggplant, no peppers. Keep everything else the same. Pay attention to your body. Do your knees feel less stiff in the morning? Are your hands less swollen? Do you notice more flexibility in your hips or shoulders? If you feel improvement, then you know your body is sensitive to these vegetables. What makes this so tricky is that these foods are often hidden in many dishes: tomato sauces, ketchup, salsa, chili, pizza, even potato chips or fries. Peppers are in seasonings, spices, and flavorings. Eggplant is common in Mediterranean and Asian cooking. So without even realizing it, you might be eating multiple servings of nightshades every single day. That's why the elimination test is so important. It gives you a clear picture of how these foods are affecting you. I've had countless patients tell me the same story. They were struggling with arthritis pain. Nothing seemed to help. And then they eliminated nightshades. Within weeks, their pain was cut in half. Their energy improved, and they were able to move more freely. Now, is this a miracle cure? Of course not. But when you reduce inflammation in the body, you allow your joints to heal, your muscles to relax, and your energy to return. You see, inflammation is at the root of joint pain, and every food you put into your body either fuels the fire of inflammation or puts out the flames. Nightshades for some people are like gasoline on the fire. Once you take that gasoline away, the fire naturally calms down. That's why removing these foods can have such a dramatic effect. But let me also say this, I don't want you to feel like you're missing out. There are so many other vegetables that can nourish your body, give you energy, and protect your joints without the risk of irritation. Think about leafy greens like spinach and kale, cruciferous vegetables like broccoli and cauliflower, colorful root vegetables like beets and carrots. These are loaded with anti-inflammatory compounds that do the opposite of solanine. They help your body repair, recover, and thrive. If you're thinking, but Dr. Mandell, I love my tomatoes, I can't give them up, here's my advice, just test it. Give your body a break for a few weeks. You may be surprised at how much better you feel. And if you truly don't notice any difference, then you can reintroduce them slowly and see how your body reacts. This is about listening to your body's signals. Your body never lies. It always tells you what's working and what's not. The key is learning how to listen. So here's your challenge, my friends. If you're struggling with stiff knees, sore hips, or swollen joints, I want you to make a small change. Write down everything you eat that contains tomatoes, potatoes, eggplant, or peppers, then cut them out for 3 weeks. Pay attention to how your body feels each morning when you wake up. Pay attention to how you feel when you climb stairs or get out of a chair. Keep a little notebook and track your progress. I promise you, if nightshades are your trigger, you're going to feel the difference. And that difference may be the turning point that helps you regain your mobility, your independence, and your joy of movement. Remember, pain is not just a part of aging, it's a signal that something in the body needs to change. And the good news is you have the power to change it, starting with the foods on your plate. My friends, when it comes to protecting our joints and fueling our bodies with the right kind of energy, there's one group of vegetables that truly stands out above the rest, our leafy greens. These are nature's miracle foods: spinach, kale, collards, Swiss chard, turnip greens. These vegetables are jam-packed with the exact nutrients your body craves to keep your joints strong, flexible, and pain-free, while also giving you the energy to live life to its fullest. Now, you've probably heard that greens are healthy. Your parents told you to eat them. Your doctor tells you to eat them. And deep down, you already know they're good for you. But what you may not realize is just how powerful they are for your bones, your cartilage, and your overall joint health. Leafy greens contain 3 powerhouse nutrients: magnesium, calcium, and vitamin K, that work together like a perfect team to protect your joints and fuel your body. Let's start with magnesium. Most people are deficient in this mineral and they don't even know it. Magnesium is like the spark plug for your muscles and nerves. Without enough magnesium, your muscles can't relax properly, and that leads to cramping, stiffness, and unnecessary strain on the joints. When you give your body magnesium from leafy greens like spinach and kale, you're allowing those muscles around your joints to relax, reducing pressure, reducing pain, and improving your mobility. Magnesium also regulates inflammation, meaning it helps keep those painful flare-ups under control. And we have calcium, which most people think of as a nutrient for strong bones, and it is. But here's the thing, if you're not getting calcium from natural plant-based sources, your bones and cartilage become weaker over time. Weak bones mean your joints have less support. That's when pain, grinding, and stiffness set in. Leafy greens give you calcium in a form your body can absorb and use much more effectively than the calcium from a supplement or fortified food. And when your bones are strong, your joints are protected. That means less wear and tear, less pain, and more freedom to move the way you want. And then there's vitamin K, one of the most underrated nutrients out there. Vitamin K works like a traffic controller for calcium. It tells calcium where to go instead of letting calcium build up in your arteries, your soft tissues. Vitamin K directs it into your bones and joints where it belongs. This is crucial for joint health because when calcium deposits end up in the wrong places, they can stiffen the joints and contribute to pain. Leafy greens are loaded with vitamin K, and by eating them consistently, you're helping your body place calcium exactly where it needs to be to protect your joints and strengthen your skeletal system. Now let's talk about the anti-inflammatory power of leafy greens. Joint pain, whether from arthritis or just years of wear and tear, is fueled by inflammation. Think of inflammation as a slow fire burning inside your body. It damages cartilage, irritates your joints, and drains your energy. Leafy greens contain antioxidants, compounds that fight this internal fire. Chlorophyll, which gives greens their vibrant color, helps cleanse the blood and reduce inflammation. Lutein and zeaxanthin, found in kale and collards, not only protect your eyes but also calm inflammation throughout the body, including the joints. The more greens you eat, the more you're pouring water on that fire, reducing pain and giving your joints a chance to recover. And here's something else people don't realize. Leafy greens give you clean, lasting energy. They're packed with natural fiber, which slows down the release of sugars into your bloodstream. That means instead of a sugar rush and crash, your body gets a steady flow of fuel that keeps you energized for hours. For seniors, this is especially important. Many people complain of fatigue, feeling drained halfway through the day. Adding leafy greens to your meals can transform that. They stabilize your blood sugar, fuel your muscles, and give your brain the nutrients it needs to stay sharp. That translates into more energy to walk, to exercise, to spend time with your loved ones, and to enjoy life. Let's put this into perspective. Imagine two people in their 60s. One skips out on greens, living mostly on bread, meat, and processed foods. The other makes leafy greens a daily habit, maybe a spinach omelet in the morning, a kale salad at lunch, and steamed collards at dinner. Over time, the difference in their bodies is huge. The one without greens struggles with stiffness, low energy, and more doctor visits. The one with greens has stronger bones, more flexible joints, and more energy to stay active. It's that simple. You see, leafy greens aren't just food, they're medicine. And the best part is, you don't need a prescription. Nature has given them to us freely. All we have to do is put them on our plates and eat them. And if you're worried about taste, let me tell you, there are endless ways to prepare them. Blend spinach into a smoothie with fruit, saute kale with garlic and olive oil, or add collards into soups and stews. The possibilities are endless, and your joints will thank you for every bite. I want you to think about this. Your joints are working for you every second of every day. They carry your weight, they bend and stretch so you can walk, climb, lift, and hug your loved ones. Don't they deserve the very best fuel you can give them? Every forkful of leafy greens is like sending a gift straight to your joints, a gift of strength, protection, and healing. So my challenge to you is simple. Starting today, add at least one serving of leafy greens to your meals. Make it a daily habit. Within weeks, you'll notice your energy improving, your stiffness lessening, and your body feeling lighter. This is not magic. It's simply the body responding to the nutrients it has been craving all along. My friends, remember this, little steps lead to big changes. You don't have to overhaul your entire diet overnight. Just begin with one small, consistent change. More leafy greens. Over time, those small changes add up, and before you know it, you'll be moving with less pain, standing taller, and feeling stronger. My friends, if there is one vegetable that deserves the spotlight when it comes to protecting your joints and fueling your body with lasting energy, it is broccoli. Now, I know what you might be thinking, broccoli again. Haven't we heard this before? Yes, you've heard it. But let me tell you why it's repeated so often. Broccoli is one of nature's most powerful healers. And when it comes to slowing down joint damage, reducing inflammation, and even protecting the cartilage that cushions your bones, broccoli is a true champion. Most people think of broccoli as just another green vegetable, but inside this simple food lies a compound that has been studied extensively, sulforaphane. This compound is what makes broccoli so unique. Sulforaphane has been shown to directly target the enzymes in the body that break down cartilage. Think about that for a moment. As we age, one of the biggest reasons we lose mobility is because the cartilage between our bones begins to wear down. When that cartilage thins, your bones grind against each other. That grinding is painful, and it leads to stiffness, swelling, and eventually arthritis. But sulforaphane actually slows down this process. It's like putting the brakes on joint deterioration, giving your cartilage more protection and giving you more years of comfortable movement. But that's not all. Broccoli is also packed with vitamin C, and this is another critical nutrient for joint health. Vitamin C is what your body uses to make collagen. Collagen is the main protein found in your joints, ligaments, and tendons. It acts like the glue that holds everything together. Without enough collagen, your joints weaken, your cartilage becomes fragile, and you start to notice more aches and pains. Eating broccoli on a regular basis feeds your body the vitamin C it needs to keep making collagen. That means stronger joints, more flexible tendons, and better protection from everyday wear and tear. Now let's talk about inflammation. Joint pain, whether it's from arthritis or simple aging, always comes back to inflammation. It's that silent fire burning inside your body, attacking your tissues and making everything feel sore and stiff. Broccoli is loaded with antioxidants like vitamin E, vitamin C, and flavonoids that act like fire extinguishers. They go into the body and help put out that fire. And when the fire is calmer, your joints feel lighter, your movements become easier, and your energy starts to rise again. Another incredible benefit of broccoli is its detoxifying power. Every single day, our bodies are exposed to toxins, pollution in the air, chemicals in our food, even stress hormones from our own minds. These toxins build up in the body and contribute to inflammation, fatigue, and disease. Broccoli helps your liver flush out these toxins. The compounds in broccoli, including sulforaphane and indole 3-carbinol, activate enzymes in your liver that break down toxins and remove them from the body. When your body is cleaner inside, your joints are less inflamed, your muscles work better, and your energy levels rise. And here's something many people overlook. Broccoli is rich in fiber. Now you might be wondering, what does fiber have to do with my joints? Well, fiber is what keeps your gut healthy, and science now shows us that the gut and the joints are connected through something called the gut-joint axis. When your gut is inflamed or out of balance, it triggers more inflammation throughout the body, including the joints. By eating broccoli and feeding the good bacteria in your gut, you're helping to lower systemic inflammation. That means healthier digestion, less bloating, and most importantly, less pain in your knees, hips, and shoulders. Energy is another piece of the puzzle. Broccoli is filled with vitamins and minerals that support your cells at the deepest level. Its B vitamins help convert food into energy. Its iron supports oxygen delivery to your muscles and tissues. Its potassium helps balance your electrolytes, keeping your muscles strong and preventing cramps. This isn't just a vegetable that reduces pain. It's one that fuels your body to move more, walk longer, and enjoy the activities you love. Now, I understand not everyone loves broccoli. Some people grew up with it boiled to mush, tasteless and unappealing. But let me tell you, that's not the only way to eat it. Steam it lightly so it stays crisp and bright green. Toss it with olive oil and garlic and roast it until it's tender and flavorful. Add it to stir fries, soups, or even blend it into a smoothie with fruit. You won't even taste it. The key is consistency. Eating broccoli once in a while is good, but making it part of your regular diet is where the magic happens. Let me share this. I've had patients in their 60s and 70s who added just one serving of broccoli a day, sometimes as simple as a handful in a salad or a side dish at dinner, and within weeks they noticed their joints felt less stiff in the morning. Their energy lasted longer through the day, and they started doing things they hadn't done in years, walking longer distances, gardening, even playing with their grandkids on the floor. All from a simple vegetable that costs almost nothing and is available everywhere. My friends, I want you to think about the long term. Every choice you make today determines the quality of your tomorrows. If you feed your joints junk, processed foods, and pro-inflammatory meals, your future will be filled with more pain and more limitations. But if you feed your body healing foods like broccoli, you're investing in your future mobility, independence, and joy. Your joints are precious. They're the hinges that allow you to move, to dance, to embrace your loved ones, and to live life fully. Protect them, nourish them, give them what they need. And broccoli is one of the best gifts you can give them. So my challenge to you is this: make broccoli a daily habit, even a small amount. Start today, not tomorrow. Add it to your meals in a way you enjoy and stick with it. Within weeks, you'll notice the difference. Your joints will feel lighter, your body will feel stronger, and your energy will be renewed. Remember, healing doesn't come from a pill bottle. It comes from the choices you make every day. And one of the best choices you can make is to put more broccoli on your plate. Stay positive, stay consistent, and keep moving forward. Your joints will thank you, and your future self will be proud of the decisions you made today. I want to take a moment to talk about one of the most underrated, powerful, and healing foods that you can put on your plate: sweet potatoes. Now, you've probably heard all your life that potatoes are filling, comforting, and part of many family meals, but there's a huge difference between the common white potato and the brightly colored sweet potato. When it comes to protecting your joints, reducing inflammation, and fueling your body with steady energy, sweet potatoes are in a class of their own. Let's start with why this vegetable is so special. Sweet potatoes are loaded with beta-carotene, the compound that gives them their beautiful orange color. Beta-carotene is converted by your body into vitamin A, a nutrient that plays a key role in protecting your cells from damage. But more importantly for your joints, beta-carotene acts as a powerful antioxidant. What does that mean? It means it goes into your body and fights off free radicals, those unstable molecules that attack your tissues, break down cartilage, and cause inflammation. The more antioxidants you have working for you, the less inflammation you'll have in your joints, and less inflammation means less pain, less stiffness, and more freedom to move. Sweet potatoes are also rich in vitamin C, and that's another game changer. Vitamin C is what your body uses to make collagen, and collagen, as I've shared before, is the protein that holds your joints, ligaments, and tendons together. Without enough collagen, your joints weaken, your cartilage wears down faster, and you feel more pain. Sweet potatoes help keep that collagen production going strong, giving your joints the building blocks they need to stay healthy and resilient. Now let's compare sweet potatoes to white potatoes. White potatoes are higher on the glycemic index, which means they spike your blood sugar quickly. That quick spike and crash in blood sugar doesn't just leave you tired, it also fuels inflammation, and inflammation is the enemy of healthy joints. Sweet potatoes, on the other hand, have a lower glycemic load. They provide carbohydrates, yes, but they release that energy slowly and steadily into your system. That means you get fuel for your muscles and brain without the inflammation, without the crash, and without the damage to your joints. This is why sweet potatoes are such a smart alternative, especially as we age and our bodies become more sensitive to blood sugar swings. Another incredible benefit of sweet potatoes is their potassium content. Potassium is an electrolyte that helps balance sodium in the body. Most of us eat way too much sodium, which causes water retention, swelling, and higher blood pressure. That swelling often shows up in the joints, making them stiff and painful. Sweet potatoes help counteract that by flushing out excess sodium and water, reducing swelling in your knees, ankles, and fingers. When your joints aren't bloated with excess fluid, they move more freely and your pain decreases. And let's not forget about magnesium. Sweet potatoes contain a good amount of magnesium, which is essential for muscle relaxation and nerve function. When your muscles are tense, they pull on your joints and create more pain. Magnesium helps calm your muscles, allowing your joints to feel less pressure. It also plays a role in reducing stress and supporting better sleep. And we all know that good sleep is essential for healing and for keeping inflammation under control. I also want to talk about the fiber in sweet potatoes. This is something most people overlook when it comes to joint health. A healthy gut is directly connected to healthy joints. Science shows us that when the gut is inflamed, the immune system goes into overdrive, and that excess inflammation travels throughout the body, including the joints. By eating sweet potatoes, which are rich in soluble fiber, you're feeding the good bacteria in your gut. That keeps your gut balanced, your immune system calmer, and your joints less inflamed. It's a domino effect. Heal the gut, heal the joints. And here's something fascinating. Sweet potatoes come in different colors, orange, purple, even white. The purple sweet potatoes are especially rich in anthocyanins, another class of antioxidants that are particularly powerful at fighting inflammation. These compounds have been studied for their ability to protect against arthritis and improve joint health. So when you eat purple sweet potatoes, you're adding another layer of protection for your joints along with all the other benefits. Now let's bring this down to real life. Imagine waking up in the morning with stiff knees, aching hips, and hands that don't want to open fully. You struggle to get moving and you feel like your energy is gone before the day even starts. Now imagine making a small change, adding a serving of sweet potatoes to your meals. Maybe it's baked sweet potato wedges with dinner, mashed sweet potatoes with a little olive oil, or roasted cubes tossed in a salad. Over time, that simple change starts reducing the inflammation in your body, giving you steadier energy and helping your joints feel less swollen. Slowly you notice it's easier to get up from the chair, your walks feel smoother, and you have more strength to do the things you love. That's the power of food as medicine. My friends, I want you to realize something very important. Pain is not always inevitable. We often accept stiffness and fatigue as a normal part of aging, but it doesn't have to be that way. The choices you make with your food can either fuel the fire of inflammation or calm it down. Sweet potatoes are one of those foods that calm the fire, protect your joints, and give you energy to enjoy life. The beauty of sweet potatoes is also in their versatility. You can bake them, roast them, mash them, or even add them into soups and stews. They're naturally sweet, so they taste great without needing much added sugar or butter. And because they're affordable and available year-round, there's no excuse not to make them a staple in your diet. So here's my challenge to you. Replace your regular white potatoes with sweet potatoes at least a few times a week. Pay attention to how your body feels. Notice if your joints are less stiff in the morning, if your swelling goes down, if your energy lasts longer throughout the day. Write it down in a notebook if you can. I guarantee you, your body will reward you for making this simple but powerful change. Let's take some time to talk about a vegetable that many people overlook, but it's truly one of the most powerful healing foods for your joints, your circulation, and your energy, beets. Now, I know beets aren't everyone's favorite. Some people don't like the earthy taste. Some avoid them because they stain their hands and cutting boards. But once you understand what beets can do for your body, especially for your joints and your energy levels, you'll start to see them in a whole new light. Beets are rich in natural compounds called nitrates, and here's why that's so important. Nitrates are converted in the body into nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is a molecule that relaxes and widens your blood vessels, improving circulation. Why does this matter for your joints? Because your joints, your cartilage, your muscles, all of them need oxygen and nutrients to stay healthy and strong. When your circulation is poor, your joints don't get enough nourishment. They become stiff, achy, and slow to heal. But when you improve circulation with foods like beets, more oxygen and nutrients flow into those joints, reducing pain, improving flexibility, and speeding up recovery. Think about it this way. Your blood is like the delivery truck that carries packages to every part of your body. If the roads are narrow and clogged, the packages arrive late and damaged. But if the roads are wide open, smooth, and flowing, those packages arrive on time in perfect condition. That's exactly what nitric oxide does. It opens up the roads, your blood vessels, so that your joints get what they need to repair and thrive. Beets are also loaded with antioxidants, particularly one called betanin, which gives them their deep red-purple color. Antioxidants fight off free radicals, those unstable molecules that cause inflammation and damage in the body. Free radicals attack your cartilage and connective tissue, speeding up joint deterioration. But when you eat beets, those antioxidants step in and neutralize the free radicals, calming inflammation and protecting your joints from further damage. And here's something else fascinating. Beets are rich in folate and manganese. Folate supports the production of red blood cells, which means better oxygen delivery throughout your body. Manganese plays a role in forming healthy cartilage and bone. Together, these nutrients provide your body with the tools it needs to maintain strong, flexible joints. But it doesn't stop there. Beets also contain fiber, and as I've shared before, fiber is essential for a healthy gut, and when your gut is healthy, your immune system calms down and inflammation throughout your body, including your joints, starts to subside. That means less stiffness, less swelling, and more ease of movement. Now let's talk about energy. How many of you feel drained halfway through the day? How many of you feel like your energy just isn't what it used to be? Beets are a natural energy booster. Because of their nitrates and their ability to improve blood flow, beets actually increase the efficiency of your mitochondria, the powerhouses of your cells. That means every cell in your body produces energy more effectively. Athletes have known this for years. In fact, many studies show that drinking beet juice before exercise increases stamina and endurance. But this isn't just for athletes, it's for anyone who wants more energy to get through their day, whether that's walking, gardening, or keeping up with the grandkids. Imagine this, you wake up in the morning, your knees are stiff, your body feels heavy, and your energy is low. Now picture starting your day with a beet smoothie or adding roasted beets to your lunch. Over time, your circulation improves, your inflammation decreases, and you notice you're walking easier, climbing stairs with less pain, and making it through the day without that afternoon crash. That's the power of beets working inside your body. I know some of you may be hesitant about the taste. Beets do have an earthy flavor, but there are so many delicious ways to prepare them. You can roast them with olive oil and herbs, toss them into a salad with walnuts and feta cheese, blend them into smoothies with berries and bananas, or even enjoy them as beet juice mixed with carrot and apple for sweetness. The key is finding a way that you enjoy so you can make it a regular habit. There's also a bonus benefit of beets that many people don't realize. They support detoxification. Beets contain compounds that help your liver process and eliminate toxins from the body. When toxins build up, they add to inflammation and fatigue. By eating beets, you're helping your liver flush out these harmful substances, which in turn reduces the burden on your joints and your entire system. A cleaner body means healthier joints and more energy. Let's not forget about circulation in the brain as well. Nitric oxide from beets doesn't just improve blood flow to your joints, it also improves blood flow to your brain. That means sharper memory, better focus, and more mental clarity. For seniors, this is especially important because many of the issues we face with aging aren't just physical, but also cognitive. Eating beets can help support both body and mind. Now I want you to think about this. Your joints are working for you every day, carrying your weight, helping you move, bend, lift, and embrace the people you love. Don't they deserve the best nourishment you can give them? Beets are one of those simple, affordable foods that deliver big results when it comes to joint health and energy. So here's my challenge to you. Add beets to your diet 2 to 3 times a week. Try them roasted, juiced, or blended into a smoothie. Pay attention to how your body feels. Notice if your joints feel less stiff, if your energy lasts longer, if your mind feels clearer. Write it down in a notebook. Over time, you'll start to see the difference, and that difference will motivate you to keep going. My friends, always remember, food is medicine. The choices you make at every meal can either heal you or harm you. Beets are one of those foods that heal. They improve circulation, reduce inflammation, boost energy, and protect your joints for years to come. Don't underestimate their power.